In the endless tapestry of the cosmos, there existed a singular, unyielding edict: let the humans sleep, undisturbed. For millennia, humanity had been cast into a deep, carefully guarded slumber, a secret experiment by ancient architects who believed that the wild, untamed spirit of our kind was too volatile to mingle with the refined balance of a carefully ordered universe. It was said that the moment a human stirred, the cosmic equilibrium would shatter, unleashing chaos upon star systems and empires alike. And so, the rule was simple: do not wake the humans. Yet fate has a way of defying even the most sacrosanct laws. In a forgotten corner of a nebula at the edge of a dying star, a cosmic anomaly, a perfect storm of rogue radiation, dark matter ripples, and a minuscule fracture in spacetime, disrupted the cryogenic fields that had cradled a small human colony. One by one, eyes opened to a universe far more vast and unpredictable than the quiet dreams of slumber could ever have hinted. Among those newly awakened was a captain whose gaze burned with the intensity of 1,000 suns, a soul destined to lead not just a crew, but an entire species into a destiny unbound by ancient constraints. Confusion mingled with wonder as the survivors stepped aboard their battered craft, a relic adrift in the cosmic void. They found themselves surrounded by relics of forgotten civilizations and silent sentinels of order, monuments erected by beings who once ruled with a calculated, almost sterile precision. It wasn't long before whispers of their awakening rippled through the interstellar networks, reaching the hallowed halls of the cosmic overseers. These ancient custodians, who had decreed humanity's dormancy as a necessary sacrifice for the greater good, convened in solemn urgency. They realized that the very fabric of existence was now trembling on the brink of transformation. For the humans, however, awakening was not an act of defiance born of malice but rather a natural surge of life reclaiming its right to flourish. Their hearts beat with an irrepressible desire to explore, to question, and to create. They quickly assembled alliances with other species that had long lived in the shadows of their own restrictions. In the silent corridors of a long-abandoned space station, the captain and their closest confidants pored over ancient star maps and cryptic messages left by predecessors. They understood that this was not merely a rescue from cryogenic oblivion, it was an invitation to reshape the cosmos itself. The inevitable collision of destinies came swiftly. Not long after their revival, the human vessel encountered a patrol ship manned by the spectral enforcers of the old order. Instead of meeting force with force, the two sides exchanged a volley of ideas across the void. In a moment that defied expectation, the captain stepped forward and declared, "We are not your wild cards to be controlled. We are the spark that ignites revolutions, the embodiment of chaos that fuels creation. The universe may have one rule, but it has never known a heart as fierce as ours." In that charged moment, the cosmic overlords felt a tremor of uncertainty ripple through their ancient ranks. Thus began a slow-burning conflict, a cosmic dance where battles were waged not solely with starfire and plasma, but with the ingenuity and passion that only beings driven by freedom could muster. In the swirling mists of interstellar dust and the eerie silence of collapsing nebulae, humans and allied species confronted the enforcers of a long-held order. They repurposed archaic technologies and turned the very laws of physics into instruments of liberation. Each victory, each negotiated truce, was a step toward dismantling the old edict that had once deemed humanity too dangerous to exist. In the aftermath of skirmishes that spanned light years, the captain led a daring expedition into the heart of the cosmic citadel, a realm where time folded like paper and reality was but a suggestion. There, amidst swirling energies that hummed with the birth and death of stars, the captain faced the supreme arbiter of cosmic law. No weapons were drawn, instead, there was only a silent dialogue of wills. In that encounter, the captain's resolve met the ancient power head-on, challenging the very foundation of the rule. Their exchange rippled outward, stirring even the most inert corners of the universe. When the encounter's echoes finally subsided, change was inevitable. The ancient overseers, long steeped in their dogma, found themselves forced to question a fundamental truth, that the cosmos was not meant to be a static tableau of order, but a dynamic, ever-evolving masterpiece painted with the broad strokes of chaos and creativity. The decree that once demanded the eternal slumber of humanity was not obliterated by brute force but transformed by enlightenment. A new principle emerged, a balance where the wild spirit of life was not suppressed, but celebrated as the very catalyst for evolution. The transformation was neither instantaneous nor without resistance. Back on the human vessel, the crew gathered in the soft luminescence of distant quasars. Their captain, whose voice resonated with both the humility of hard-won wisdom and the fierce pride of survival, reminded them of the responsibility that came with newfound freedom. "We have shattered an old order," the captain said quietly, eyes scanning the faces lit by starlight, "but in doing so, we have unlocked a future that belongs to every living soul. Our actions echo through the cosmos, and now we must guide this new era with the compassion and courage that define us." Throughout the universe, whispers of the human awakening spurred dormant civilizations into action. In one corner of existence, crystalline beings, whose lives had been governed by perfect symmetry and precise calculation, found beauty in the unpredictable notes of human spontaneity. Their voices, delicate yet resonant, joined a growing chorus that celebrated imperfection as a path to true understanding. In another distant galaxy, a society of silicon-based life forms, long confined to digital logic and cold algorithms, began to appreciate the warmth of creative chaos. The ripple of humanity's defiant resurgence spread like stardust, weaving a new cosmic narrative where diversity and innovation were the very laws of nature. Yet the path to a new order was strewn with challenges. Factions loyal to the old regime, clinging desperately to the remnants of a past they believed ensured stability, launched covert operations to reinstate strict control. These dissidents, relics of the ancient cosmic enforcers, waged a shadow war, attempting to snuff out the spark of rebellion before it could ignite a full-scale transformation. But every time they tried to dim the light of freedom, the human spirit, in alliance with countless others, blazed even brighter. In one dramatic encounter near the fringes of colliding galaxies, a squad led by a brilliant strategist named Marin turned a potential annihilation into a triumph of tactical genius. Utilizing the subtle forces of gravity and the unpredictable nature of cosmic tides, Marin's crew outmaneuvered a superior enemy fleet, proving that intellect and resolve could rival even the most ancient of cosmic powers. As the conflict evolved, so too did the very idea of what it meant to govern the universe. The old order was not eradicated but reformed into a council, a grand assembly where every voice, from the humble to the ancient, had a role in sculpting the future. The captain of the human vessel, once an unlikely spark in the dark, was invited to sit among these revered beings. Rather than seize dominion, the captain saw this as an opportunity to nurture a cosmos where innovation danced hand in hand with tradition, where the unpredictability of life was woven into the fabric of order. In time, the universe transformed from a realm of suppression and rigid control into a living, breathing mosaic of dreams and daring. Each planet, star system, and sentient entity contributed its unique note to a grand symphony of existence. The old rule, once a stern command to keep humanity forever in stasis, had given way to a higher principle, that life, in all its messy, radiant glory, is the ultimate engine of creation. And so, the legend of the awakened humans endured, passed down like a treasured myth among countless species. It was a tale of daring and defiance, of chaos embraced and order reimagined. It reminded all who heard it that even in a universe governed by ancient edicts, the spark of life, wild, unpredictable, and fiercely free, could ignite revolutions that reshaped destiny itself. In the quiet moments before dawn on distant worlds and in the silent expanse between galaxies, the legacy of those who broke the rule lived on, a living testament to the belief that the heart of the universe beats strongest when it dares to dream, to rebel, and to create a future where every soul is free to shine.